and this is a live feed we're going to do today. We're going to show you guys the 56 Bel Air. Um, it is a complete show car, no way around it. Um, it's in for some transmission shifting issues, and we'll get into that. I want to show you guys the whole car first. Come check it out. So this has a crate engine, LS7. It is all decked out with all the show car stuff. Stainless lines, stainless dipstick for the transmission. It's got the aluminum hood hinges. Everything's painted under hood the same color as outside. Everything is chrome or stainless. Even the bracket up there looks like it's billet aluminum. Radiator's all polished. Condenser. Stainless AC lines. %100% car, show car. Hang out for a few seconds and a few minutes until we start getting some viewership. There we go. Go ahead and do a walk around. Let's go ahead and look at the chassis. Light here, and so everything is painted red that needed paint. That's just for the front cowling and the front bumper. It's got power rack steering. Coil-over front suspension. Of course, a red sway bar. See right there where the tire rubs a little bit. That's probably the noise I've been hearing. Wiring harness tucked in there. And this has a nice, looks aluminum radiator frame. And I believe this is an Art Morrison frame, complete frame. With a 4L60 transmission. And it's got shorty headers with LS7, and then polished exhaust through the frame there. Everything stainless lines, everything painted red. 4L60 performance transmission. It's got an Art Morrison engine mount adapters for the block. All the brake lines look like they're stainless, bent to perfection. Very nice on that. The exhaust goes through the frame rails in multiple spots. And the exhaust has quick disconnects right before the muffler on both spots. All polished. The drive shaft is painted. The frame is boxed in the drive shaft. And this has looks like a 4-link setup. Again, the brake lines back there, polished stainless. The 4-link setup is polished as well. And the sway bar is painted like the front. Looks like we got a Ford 9-inch here, completely painted. Coilovers in the back. We got a polished fuel tank back here. Polished exhaust tips. Everything painted or polished. And I do believe this is a Art Morrison chassis. Today we're going to try to diagnose the transmission shifting issue. Yeah, that's nice right there. They have junctions right there for the brake line through the frame. That's really nice. The AC lines up through there, heater hoses. Let's go ahead and get our laptop out and see if we can't figure out what's going on with the transmission. Gonna go ahead and hook the laptop up too. Okay, it's loading up. So let's go ahead and test this. This has the GM Performance transmission controller in it. Got the tires off the ground so we can go ahead and test this on the lift. This does have power steering or power windows here. So right there could be the issue. We don't have any RPM. There it goes. It goes to 0. more than likely that's contributing to our issue there, because it felt like the transmission shifts okay when it does. Let's go ahead and the transmission does shift correct, or well, it does shift good. It's just not getting the correct inputs. Yeah, it's not getting the correct inputs. We're not getting RPM correct. It looks like the TPS is actually somewhat correct. So it will not shift until this TPS drops off. There it goes. See how it shifts? So we're not getting a good RPM signal. Now we are getting an input shaft RPM. Okay, we have 0 mile an hour, 0 input shaft, 0 output shaft RPM. Let's go ahead and let off the brake. The RPMs come up there, but not here on the tach. There they go once you start giving it some throttle and some TPS. RPM's very sporadic. All right. I need to figure out where the RPM and everything's dialed in at. All right, you guys can check out what this thing sounds like when I'm testing this. I need to go ahead and test it again. I need to get some alternate videos. You guys stay tuned. All right, looks like we lost everybody, so. So we just did a test for the shifting issue. Not getting not a correct RPM signal. So I'm gonna send the data that I had to the guy that installed this and see what he thinks as far as the RPM issues go. Um, Other than that, that's the first time I actually had the computer hooked up to it to test it. So, but yeah, the car is beautiful, guys. There's no way around it. As all show cars, they're not completely flawless, but this issue that we have with it, once we figure out where the tax signal is supposed to be, we'll get it handled here shortly. Not a big deal. Let you guys look at the LS7. Robin Harold, it's pretty sweet. It's a nice cruising show car for sure. Shiny wheels. Taillights are really cool. Got the bullet taillights. Those are pretty sweet. Okay, that's going to do it for today, guys. I got some good data off the transmission control module, the configuration, all the data there. We're not getting a good RPM signal, so we're going to have to start tracing it back to the through the wiring and see what's going on. So I'll let you guys know when we're ready to come back to it. Thank you guys for watching.